welcome to another guide to leveling your legendary lords. Today we're going to take a look at Taurox the Brass Bull, who leads the Slaughterhorn Tribe. I'm going to break this video down into two sections. One, for running Taurox as basically a one-man doomstack, or with minimal units and just a hero stack. And then the second part will be a boost to Minotaurs. So let's start with Taurox as a solo fighter. At level 2, you'll get Gargantuan Hooves for that extra campaign movement range. Levels 3, 4, and 5, Dark Apothecary for the extra casualty replenishment. At level 6, Blessed by Evil so that we can make our way to the right and get Unholy Resilience, which will help him get even more replenishment and recover from wounds easier if he does fail in battle. For level 8, we'll get Lightning Strike. As an ambushing faction, there's an argument to be made that you could go for Foul Premonitions first, but either way, we still want 4 points in this area, and Lightning Strike is just a bit more versatile. So I get that at level 8, and then levels 9, 10, and 11, I'd get Foul Premonitions. Then at level 12, I'd get Children of Chaos, because the extra campaign movement range is always really good. Then at level 13, I'd go over here and get Favored of the Skull Throne, so that you can get that damage resistance. Level 14, Gore Feast. Getting some regeneration while you're in melee is so good for Taurox. Then at level 15, I'd get Juggernaut. The Dazed Contact effect will help him hit harder. At level 16, I'd get Demonic Vigor. A little bit less for the Perfect Vigor since you can get an item that gives you that, and more for the cooldown to the abilities that really help him out. At level 17, I'd go back here and get Drenched in Blood, because that does help end battles faster due to the leadership debuffs. At level 18, I'd go up here and get Bullish Metal for the melee defense and ward save. Then at level 19, you can go to Fueled by Blood so that he can get extra speed. The Vigor loss applies if you do have maybe a couple Shaman and other melee heroes in the army, so it can help in that regard. Then at level 20, I would get Shadow Hide so that you can reduce the damage he takes from missiles. Then at level 21, I'd get Gouged Tusks for some extra armor-piercing weapon damage. Then at this point, you're really going to focus his melee line, starting with Primeval Rage for the melee attack, but then I think it's more valuable to go for Primal Instincts at levels 23 and 24, so that he himself gets hit less. At level 25 and 26, I'd get Hatred of Man, so that he is hitting more with the extra high melee attack. At level 27, I'd get Banquet of Flesh for that extra speed, and because we're moving up, I'd get Unnatural Thirst at levels 28 and 29 so that you have extra regen due to extra hit points. At levels 30 and 31, I'd get Prized Horns for the extra melee defense again. Then at level 32, I'd get Deadly Onslaught for extra damage. Then at level 33 and 34, I'd get Savage Beast again for that extra damage. Levels 35 and 36, I'd go for Devastating Charge because he is very good at charging into units, and we're really focusing on his damage output. At level 37, we'd get Uncanny Senses. We've started to get him quite a few resistances so that he takes less damage when he's fighting. Levels 38 and 39 might as well go Thick-Skinned just to make sure there's a little bit more armor there. And then at level 40, you can get Titans of the Deep Forest. It's not going to affect his army, but at least you'd get extra capacity for a Gorgon in other armies. So this is how I would level Taurox if I wanted him to mostly be a solo fighter, which works pretty well if you're going for the chain battles with tons of momentum and rampage. But let's reset this and take a look at how we would boost Minotaurs in this army. So if we're leveling Taurox and we want him to boost a mostly Minotaur army, at level 2, again, campaign movement range. Levels 3, 4, and 5, same thing. Here at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You'll notice that this part is exactly the same because ambush success chance, lightning strike, and extra campaign movement range are so important for this campaign. At level 13, we'd go Favored of the Skull Throne, then up to Gore Feast, then Juggernaut, then Demonic Vigor. Again, pretty similar, but these are just so good at protecting Taurox himself because he is very strong. This is where you'll start to see the differences though, because we want to start boosting the Minotaurs. We'll go for Drenched in Blood to lower the leadership early. Then at level 18, we'll go Bullish Metal. And then level 19, Herd Lord. This is where we're going to start to get those real buffs to the Minotaurs. At level 20, we'd get Fueled by Blood. The vigor loss reduction will really help them, and the speed helps the Minotaurs close gaps really quickly. Then at level 21, we'd go down the red line. Presence of Morsleep. Levels 22, 23, and 24, we're going to get Hoofed Heavyweights, and that really bumps up the Minotaurs' melee defense and melee attack. Since you need more points to move up, we're going to go Beast Lord Spite for levels 25, 26, and 27, since Unger Raiders have no capacity, and you can just start to spam them out. At level 28, I'd get Call of Violence because we want to make our way up to Bestial Butchers for missile resistance, melee attack, and weapon strength on the Minotaurs. At level 30, we'd get Apocalyptic Vision, since Taurox is usually going to be pretty close to the rest of the Minotaurs. He can give them leadership and melee attack. At level 31, this is where we start Taurox's melee line if we're focusing a bit more on the Minotaurs. We will level him pretty similar here and go 32, 33 into Primal Instincts, 34, 35 into Hatred of Man, 36, Banquet of Flesh, 37, 38, Unnatural Thirst, and then 39, 40, Prized Horns. We have fewer points to devote to Taurox himself here, but the Minotaurs will do more of the work in this case. So this is how I would level him if I wanted to really give him a Minotaur doomstack. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on either of these levelings. I think he has the capacity to do either very well, and it just depends on what you want to do with your campaign. So go ahead and comment below with your thoughts. Bye!